My therapist asked me about the incident, the one I never told anyone, the one I buried so deep I almost forgot it myself. Rachel starts therapy for anxiety. Dr. Monroe seems perfect, warm, understanding, highly recommended. First session goes well. Standard questions, family history, work stress. Then Dr. Monroe says something that makes Rachel freeze. Let's talk about what happened in your childhood bedroom, the night you were 8 years old, the night you saw something in your closet. Rachel's blood turns to ice. She never told anyone about that night. Not her parents, not her friends, not anyone. She's convinced herself for 20 years it was a nightmare. Just a nightmare. How do you know about that? Rachel whispers. Dr. Monroe smiles gently. You told me, Rachel, just now. You mentioned childhood fears. But Rachel didn't. She's certain she didn't. Dr. Monroe continues. The figure with too many limbs. The way it watched you from the darkness. The way it whispered your name. That's a common childhood fear. Rachel stands up. I need to leave. Dr. Monroe's smile doesn't waver. Sit down, Rachel. We're not done yet. We need to discuss why it came back. Why it's in your apartment now. Why you pretend not to see it standing behind you when you brush your teeth. Rachel runs. Doesn't come back. Doesn't pay the bill. Never wants to see Dr. Monroe again. But Dr. Monroe calls, leaves voicemails. Rachel, running doesn't help. It's still there, following you. It's been following you since you were 8. I'm the only one who can help you understand what it wants. Rachel blocks the number, changes therapists, doesn't mention Dr. Monroe, tries to forget. But then her new therapist, Dr. Patel, says something strange in their third session. Your previous therapist sent over your file. Dr. Monroe, she was very thorough. She documented things even you don't remember. Things you did in your sleep. Things you said under hypnosis. Rachel never did hypnosis with Dr. Monroe. They only had one session. What file? What are you talking about? Dr. Patel shows her a folder, hundreds of pages, session notes spanning years, transcripts of conversations Rachel never had, videos of her in Dr. Monroe's office doing things she doesn't remember. In one video, Rachel is speaking, but her voice is wrong, deeper, not her voice. She's been mine since childhood. She invited me in. When she opened that closet door, she looked directly at me, made eye contact, broke the rule. Now I live in her peripheral vision, in her mirrors, in her shadow, and I'm almost strong enough to take over completely. Rachel stumbles out of Dr. Patel's office. This is insane. Some kind of elaborate hoax. But when she gets home, there's a package waiting. From Dr. Monroe. Inside is a photo. Rachel as a child, age 8, standing in her childhood bedroom. In the background, visible in the closet, is something, a dark figure. Too many limbs, watching her. On the back of the photo, you didn't imagine it. It's been with you ever since, and now it's ready. Session tomorrow at 3. Don't be late. It wants to talk. Rachel doesn't go. She moves apartments, changes her phone number. But that night, she wakes to find Dr. Monroe sitting at the foot of her bed. You can't run from your own shadow, Rachel. And you definitely can't run from something that exists inside your mind. Dr. Monroe's form flickers, becomes transparent. Comes the thing from the closet, the thing with too many limbs. I'm not Dr. Monroe. I'm what you've been running from. I needed a face you'd trust, a voice you'd listen to. And now that you've let me in, now that you believe I'm real, I'm strong enough to manifest fully. Rachel screams. Neighbors call police. They find her alone in her apartment. No sign of anyone else. Rachel tries to explain, but they think she's having a psychotic break. They take her to a psychiatric hospital. Dr. Monroe is waiting in the evaluation room. Hello, Rachel. I'm your new psychiatrist. We have so much work to do together. Rachel is still in that hospital. Has been for 6 months. Dr. Monroe visits every day. Tells Rachel that she's sick, that none of it was real, that the monster doesn't exist. But Rachel knows better. She sees it, standing in the corner, wearing Dr. Monroe's face, waiting, getting stronger, feeding on her fear. Soon it won't need to hide anymore. Soon it will be her. And Rachel will be the one watching from the shadows. Check your childhood memories, the things that scared you, the things you convinced yourself were nightmares. What if they weren't? What if they're just waiting for you to remember? Drop the time you're watching in the comments and subscribe, and maybe skip therapy for a while. Drop the time you're watching in the comments and subscribe, and maybe skip therapy for a while. The wrong house. I came home from work and nothing was different. Except my family didn't recognize me. Daniel pulls into his driveway after a normal Tuesday at work. Same house. Same car in the garage. Same lawn he needs to mow. He walks in the front door. Hey honey, I'm home. His wife Claire appears from the kitchen. She looks at him strangely. I'm sorry, can I help you? Daniel laughs. Very funny, Claire, but she doesn't laugh. She looks frightened. I don't know who you are. You need to leave, now. Daniel's heart races. Is this a joke? Claire, it's me, Daniel, your husband. A man appears behind Claire, tall, familiar. The man looks exactly like Daniel. Same face, same clothes, same wedding ring. Honey, who is this? The other Daniel asks Claire. She shakes her head. I don't know. He just walked in claiming to be you. The other Daniel's face hardens. You need to leave before I call the police. Daniel backs away, mind spinning. This is impossible. He checks his phone. Pictures of him and Claire. Their wedding, their life together. But Claire is looking at him like he's a stranger. Like he's dangerous, he runs to his car, checks his wallet. His driver's license, his address, everything matches. This is his house. This is his family. So why don't they know him? He drives to his mother's house. She has to recognize him. He's her son. She opens the door. Can I help you, young man? Daniel's voice breaks. Mom, it's me, Daniel, your son. She smiles politely but confused. I'm sorry, I don't have a son. You must have the wrong house. Daniel pulls out his phone, shows her pictures. Look, this is us. This is my childhood. She examines the photos. Her face goes pale. These are photoshopped. I don't know how you got pictures of me, but this isn't funny. I'm calling the police. Daniel drives aimlessly, crying, panicking. He calls his best friend Jake. Jake, something's wrong. No one recognizes me. My family, my mom, they're acting like I don't exist. Jake's voice is cautious. Who is this? Daniel screams. It's Daniel. We've been friends since 3rd grade. We were roommates in college. Long silence. Then, I don't know any Daniel. Please don't call this number again. He pulls over, hyperventilating, checks social media. His accounts are gone, not deleted, never existed. He searches for himself. No results. Daniel Morrison doesn't exist, except he's sitting here. He's real. He's breathing. He exists. His phone rings. Unknown number, he answers. A voice that sounds like his own says, "You're in the wrong timeline. You weren't supposed to wake up. The accident yesterday should have killed you, but somehow you survived. And now you're stuck in a world where you died, where the other you, the one who made different choices, is living your life. And there's no way back." Daniel remembers the car accident yesterday on his commute. He swerved, nearly hit a truck. For a moment, everything went black. Then he woke up at a green light, shaken, but fine. Drove home, went to bed. But what if he didn't survive? What if this is the timeline where he died, and he, as a ghost who doesn't know he is dead? "I'm not dead," Daniel whispers. "I can feel. I can touch things. I'm real." The voice laughs. "Are you? Touch your chest? Feel your heartbeat." Daniel puts his hand over his heart. Nothing. No beat. No pulse. He checks his wrist. Nothing. His breathing stops. He's not breathing. He hasn't breathed since the accident. He just thought he was. The voice continues. "You're a glitch. A consciousness that got stuck between dimensions during the accident. Neither alive nor dead. Neither here nor there. And the universe is correcting itself. Soon even you won't remember who you were. You'll fade. Like you were never born." Daniel looks in his rearview mirror. His reflection is fading, becoming transparent. He can see through himself. No, 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 no. He drives back to his house, bangs on the door. Claire answers, looks right through him. He's invisible to her now. He watches through the window as the other Daniel hugs her, kisses her, lives his life, the life Daniel should have, the life he lost when he died in that accident. But he's still here, a ghost, a mistake, fading but not gone. Days pass. Daniel watches his family live without him. He can't interact with anything anymore, can't touch, can't speak, can't make himself known. He's disappearing. Soon he won't even remember his own name. The last thing he hears before he fades completely is the voice. Everyone dies twice. Once when your heart stops. Once when your name is spoken for the last time. You're on your second death now, Daniel. And no one's going to remember you long enough to speak your name again. Daniel Morrison vanished on a Tuesday. No one filed a missing person report because no one remembered he existed. His body was never found because it had been cremated the day after the accident. The other Daniel, the one from the timeline where he'd survived, never knew there was a version of himself desperately trying to come home. And somewhere, stuck between worlds, the ghost of Daniel Morrison still wanders. Still trying to make people see him, still trying to convince himself he's real. Still fading, always fading, never quite gone. Have you ever felt like you're living in the wrong timeline? Like everything's slightly off? Drop the time you're watching in the comments and subscribe. And maybe check your pulse, just to be sure.